All right,
Okay.
I'm recording.
We're live. Town of Pierson workshop will now come to order. Yvonne, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Mayor Samuel Bennett,
Here.
Vice Mayor Robert Greenland,
Here.
Councilwoman Sergia Cardenas,
Here.
Councilwoman Lenny Richardson,
Here.
Councilwoman Brandy Peterson.
Thank you. Y'all would bow for the invocation. Dear God, thank you for this day that you blessed us with. Be with us at this workshop. Give us wisdom and direction. And dear God, I just pray for our community. And thank you for all of our blessings. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, our first order of business is at the workshop is a discussion 4th of July celebration. The floor is open.
Well, one thing my husband informed me of, since he's the funnel cake man, right? So 2 years ago, the funnel cakes, we got little ones. They were little. So we did 2 instead of, they were that big. So we ordered more last year, which we really didn't need because they were the bigger ones. Yes. So that's why we had the surplus last year of the funnel cakes. So,
Where do we get those from? Do they come from
M&E's.
Sam's?
They're M&E's.
M&E's?
M&E's.
No,
On the funnel cake.
we gotten them from
Cheney Brothers,
Cheney Brothers.
M&E Barbecue.
Yeah, M&E ordered them, the receipts on this. If you look at this little thing that I printed out, this is a list of all of the stuff I could find with the receipts and where it came from. So this should show you quantities that we ordered last year. If there's no quantity, I couldn't find a receipt for it. So these are the ones that I've got. So funnel cakes, they didn't come from, M&E ordered them for us and then we reimbursed M&E.
Right, that's what I was alluding to.
Okay, so
And
we
we
ordered.
got them from Eddie got them, and I was very appreciative. Eddie getting those. We could maybe check on the price from the company that Eddie got them from, and then I have gotten them from, originally I got them from Cisco, but Cisco was out over in Port Orange. They have their local warehouse right there in Port Orange. But
We just need to order the big ones too.
You know,
The 8.5 inch ones.
and you know what? We ought to go ahead and order them now and put them in the freezer and have them. Or put, because that's the problem. You think you can get them, and then the closer you get to the 4th of July, it's hard to get them.
But we don't need
But
that
we don't
many.
we don't need that.
We got 15 cases and it looks like there were 24 8.5 inch funnel cakes
Per case.
per case.
24 of them?
Yes.
360 funnel cakes.
How many did we have left over?
Oh dear God.
There was a couple boxes at least in the freezer,
Yeah.
because we donated them
To,
to, that's how Lions Club.
Lions Club.
For the rodeo.
Radio.
Okay.
Well, that's not too bad out of all of what we ordered. Just a couple cases.
That's all that was left over was a couple cases?
I would say 3 or 4 cases.
3 or 4
3 or 4
I
cases.
mean, they fit in that freezer still over there. They were still in the freezer.
That chest freezer thing. So
Well, maybe we cut that back to 12 then. Bless
Bless you. Yeah,
you. If we had 3 or 4 cases left, would we?
I don't know. No, so she can have that, Lenny has a copy.
Oh, Lenny's got it. Okay.
I was gonna say I did throw that one.
Is that the only thing that was left over?
All the ice cream.
Ice cream did not do well at all.
No.
That was the first time we did it.
Yeah, no.
No cones thing.
That was the
Snow cones,
best.
we
Yeah,
need
that's-
extra.
This is too dang hot for right, I mean,
So you wanna do what, 12 cases of the,
Whatever y'all think.
yeah, whatever y'all think.
the 8.5-inch funnel cakes?
Yeah,
Well,
let's knock that back to 12.
Mayor, are you gonna call Eddie, or do you want us to call Eddie to order them?
You could call, well, I wonder if we could call,
I guess you're thinking about calling Cisco to get pricing too?
yeah, I thought
Is that where we got the smaller ones from, that we needed 2 of them?
well, they'll tell us,
The size?
again, they'll tell us the size.
Yeah, yeah.
And I agree with what Lenny brought up about what was said about them being small.
Yeah, just
We had this-
Remember, so we said,
Yeah.
oh God, we can't charge
We can't
whatever
charge.
Right.
We
for
gave,
that, you know,
we
because they
doubled
were
up.
literally
Right.
living.
Little fellas.
and they might not, maybe they don't offer these. But I do know the year before that, when the funnel cakes were good size,
Yes.
They were.
And they came from,
Same.
I believe they came from Cisco. Never got the funnel cakes from Sam's. It's always been either Cisco or Cheney Brothers.
Something else, the hamburgers, I love, and everybody I talk to says, it's good meat. It's not like you're going somewhere and getting a bubble burger. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, but you
But-
still getting the ground,
I think we had,
the good stuff, right, from Sam's?
yes,
Yeah.
They made
They
theirs that
make good-
fresh.
they're
That's
good.
excellent meat.
I think we're doing 1/3 of a pound. Let's cut them back to 1/4 of a pound.
And we
Takes
can-
so long to cook.
I agree, and I can ask them. I asked them this last time if we could cut back, and they said, well, right at that time, they didn't, the machine that they had, they said they'd have to stay with that size, but I actually wanted a thinner hamburger,
Yes,
1/4 pound.
yes.
And so we can definitely
Burgers.
chat with, now that sounds crazy but I did. I said I'd like them a little, because they're really big, but, and then, there was such a good price difference between Sam's and going like to another company that I felt, well, it'd be better to stick to Sam's, even if they were a little bit larger. But I agree with you 100%. They need to be maybe a little bit, not quite as big.
I remember we had a whole bunch of mayonnaise left.
Would it still be good this year?
I don't know
Where has it been stored at?
I don't know. But, it looks like we did 4 cases of those with 200 in a case.
For the hamburgers?
Of the mayonnaise.
Of the mayo.
Oh, the mayo.
Well, I think we did 4 cases.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just start at the top of the list and go down.
Oh, the
And
single.
Okay.
look at the quantity, and then we can decide was
Okay.
that good last year.
Good
or maybe
idea.
more
Yeah,
than
let's
that.
do that.
How many?
Did y'all get rid of the hot dogs?
No, they're on here.
No.
They're the first thing under food at the very top.
Did we sell
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I meant, did we
Oh,
tell them
we got rid
all?
of them? I I wasn't here.
I know there was.
We
bunch
had a
ice
couple
cream
of hot dogs left, but
over.
there wasn't much,
Wasn't
because
much?
that was a cheaper thing on the menu, and a lot of parents with their kids.
Oh,
were-
yeah.
I think the
Kids,
food
kids eat hot dogs, a lot of them.
You're also gonna have a lot more activities for the kids, so they're probably gonna be wore out and hungry, so you might even sell more this
So
year.
you think we should do the 4 10-pound boxes of the hot dogs again?
If you want to get more, we can. And if,
Let's at least get what we got last year.
at least what we got last
At
year.
least what you got last year now.
It's better to sell out than throw out.
Let's throw it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the 4 of those. Hamburgers. I don't know
I couldn't
how
find a
many.
receipt for that, so I don't know how many we ordered. Did y'all run out last year?
We ran out of buns. not
We ran out
burgers.
of buns on hamburgers.
But we had quite a few packets left of the hamburgers too,
Yes.
because
Maybe 5 or 6 packets, I think,
that was left.
that was left over out of all that. And then I think the year before, we sold out completely.
How many were ordered?
Would it show up on your Sam's card maybe?
I'll have to
Like
look.
previous order or something?
I'll look, I'll try to see if Deanna might have it. I bet she's got it filed.
We don't know how many hamburgers we got last year.
I'd have to look at the
Yeah.
the receipt.
All right.
Because that's what I did. I just went by what we did the previous year.
Yeah. So let's get the french fries in.
Didn't we run out of french fries last year?
I thought I remember Chris saying we ran out.
I think we
fries.
ran out of french
He's the
fries
fry
last
king,
year.
you know, so.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure he said
Because
that
when,
already.
I don't know if it was last year, Lewis or somebody went somewhere to get
And
more
get
fries.
some more from the
Yes.
dollar store maybe.
So we probably have to order more french fries, because they were,
So they were 30-pound boxes, and we got 10 boxes.
And we did run out.
We did?
So I thought I remember Chris saying
So
that.
I
I
just
thought
gave
so
her
too,
12.
I remember.
Well, okay. Popcorn. Did we
Popcorn I
do-
didn't know about, because
Popcorn, remember the machine broke, so we didn't get to do much.
Correct.
And then they got the other machine, and then the other machine broke. But did we discuss this on a prior one about buying our own popcorn machine?
I was fixing to
At a
ask
council
you.
meeting?
Yes,
Didn't we?
and
I
a
think we
snow
did.
We
cone
did.
machine.
And a snow
And a
cone
snow
machine,
cone
yes.
machine.
Okay,
So y'all have.
so we'll have popcorn
Not
machine.
yet.
Okay, I was gonna ask that.
We'll get it.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a question mark by popcorn for now, right? Cheese,
As long as we got enough for the burgers.
I don't remember if we had extra cheese,
I don't remember running out of cheese.
no.
But if we did, we just sold hamburgers.
Yeah, that's no problem there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so keep that the same?
Gotta keep that same.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go back to saying however many hamburgers we get, at least get
that much cheese.
that much cheese or a quarter or something.
Well, we have some with cheese and some without cheese.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'd
right.
say like do like 3/4 of them with
Yeah.
cheese and then a quarter of them just plain.
So you may have to go to 3 instead of
Really?
2.
You know, I'm just the opposite. I'd rather have a hamburger than a cheeseburger.
So is my husband. Something's wrong with
The older I get, the less I like cheese for some damn reason.
Gets bitter.
So do you want to just keep that at 2 for now?
Do what, Ryan?
I'm like you, I mean, if you run out of
Yeah.
cheeseburgers, they're gonna keep buying hamburgers
Right.
until they run out, so.
100%. Well, and I don't know if we want to add to this.
Well, I left a space at the bottom of each thing in case we forgot something or something's not on.
Well, we talked about doing nachos with cheese, and then you could also get cheese on your hot dogs or whatever if you needed to. So
Like liquid cheese,
cheese sauce,
cheese sauce.
and then the nacho chips. And then I didn't see buns on here, but I think we get them at the bread store, right, Sammy?
No, the buns, all that comes from Sam's.
Oh, okay.
And they're good, they're fresh.
Yeah. I always get Sam's buns. I just didn't see it on this list.
So for the hot
just
dogs,
assumed
just make sure we've got enough to cover the however many hot dogs we're ordering.
buns to cover hot dogs, buns
Yeah.
to cover hamburgers, because actually I'd get extra buns because we always seem to run out.
Yeah, weren't you cutting up hot dogs and putting them on hamburger buns, or
We were
vice
cutting
versa?
hamburgers and putting them on
That's
hot
it.
dog buns.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not the first time we've run out.
Yeah.
Okay, the lettuce, tomato, and onion, did people really use that?
They do out there.
Do they? Okay. So keep that the same?
I would.
Okay. 6.
I couldn't find anything about the pickled chips either, but Yvonne said you had them, so.
We had pickled chips or relish. I know we had one or the other. I
I
can't
remember
remember.
putting pickles on something. I
There
remember
was a
my
jar.
hot dogs, hamburger, whatever I ended up having today.
Yeah, we did have both, I think, relish and.
So relish and pickle.
So y'all wanna do dill pickle chips, or,
Didn't we do them last year?
I don't remember.
There were
Yes, we did do pickles.
I thought we
and
did.
chip, yes.
So what, one jar?
Like a big jar of them or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mustard, I don't remember. Got 1,000 packages of mustard last year.
Marcy, do you know if we have any of that stuff left over in the kitchen? I know
There's
some
like a piece
ketchup.
of box of ketchup I know.
Yeah.
The only thing about getting packets of that stuff, it's all over the grounds up there.
Right.
The packets.
Yeah, they open them and don't.
That's up on the
It's
ground.
like squirt bottles or something you can like.
Yeah, what if you got like
It-
big jugs that you could get at like Walmart and you put a squirt lid on it and they
Yes.
could just squirt it
And
on
they can
and.
fix it at the table and go about their way, and then we don't have all them packets all over the grounds.
Because the boys cleaned up a lot of packets, a lot.
So do that for.
Wait a minute, what are we saying about the packets?
They end up on the
They
ground.
end up on the ground.
And so what are we gonna do?
People were just.
Get the
maybe
big
bottles
Get the big
like you
jugs
did.
with the pump
When we
thing
first
on it.
started doing this, remember you just would buy
Right.
like the big squeeze bottles of, where they just put it on the hamburgers or hot dogs when at the table?
Mhm.
Right.
Maybe we need to go back to that, because people are just throwing stuff all over the grounds.
You know,
They're little
and I actually like
The big.
where you squirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that the best.
So you reckon each packet is an ounce?
It says somewhere on the receipt. I think I put the receipt in there. I mean, we can find out what it is and kind of approximate it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's use the pump bottles, the big ones, instead of all those little.
Yeah, like 5.5 grams, whatever that is. I think you'd probably be safe getting a couple big pump things at each one.
Yes.
Maybe more ketchup, because I think.
Yeah.
And
more
that's
ketchup,
not if you
yeah,
don't
they'll
open
give
it,
them on the
then-
Yeah, if you don't
front.
open it, you
back
can
and
take
see.
that.
Okay.
Because we did return some stuff last year.
So.
So do that for all
Two,
three?
2 and 2.
Mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup, do it for all of them. What about relish? Do they have relish?
You
in the
need
pumpkin
more,
like that?
you need more ketchup than you do anything, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what, maybe get 3 of the ketchups?
At least.
I'll get 3 or 4 ketchups and then 2 around.
Yeah, if we can take them back,
Right.
Right, okay.
let's get 4 of them.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 2 of the others.
And then 2 of the others, uh-huh. Yeah, as long as we can take them back.
So the oil, we got 10, I guess 10 gallons.
Well, they're 10, I think it was 10, 2.5
10
gallons.
cases.
It's like 35 pounds is how they did it on. I don't know if that's gallons or what that is. But what would that be?
I bet it's 2.5.
4 gallons,
No, it's
35
more than
pounds,
that.
right?
35 pounds.
This one
It
we
was,
just said
there was
$3.
I think it was
I bet it
I
was
think there was
2.5 gallons.
2.5 gallons each to the pack, to the, like a carton, and it had 2 containers.
I don't remember, I mean, I'm sure we didn't
Yvonne said-
run out.
Yvonne said
We
we returned
returned
some.
some of it.
Oh,
But we could do that this year again too if we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
run out, you could, if you don't use it, you can return it.
You can,
Yeah.
yeah.
So be
Yeah,
safe that you have enough.
yeah, let's have,
Do the same amount?
yep.
Yeah.
So the steak season and that was good. Those were damn good burgers. And I think there was enough. I didn't hear.
No, we
It's in
didn't
the
run out
big
of steak.
shakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it, that Montreal steak season?
Yes.
It's the big thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll
keep
keep
that
with
the
that
same,
number.
and salt is good too. So the only thing is like salt and pepper, we did those as single use too, so then you end up with a little paper all over.
Yeah.
Would you rather get some little shakers with lids put
Yes.
on the tables for salt and
Yes.
pepper?
Do we have any of those left over, put up?
I don't know where they even stored all of that. I don't know.
I think
Some
all
of
of
it
those
might be
are-
in the records room, some might be at the barn. I don't know where they.
I don't have any
Fourth of
food in the
July
records
stuff.
room.
No,
No.
well, you'll have to ask the boys.
And all I saw in the cafeteria in there is just like a half a box of ketchup packets.
I just don't know where they stored everything this last year. I
Well,
went
that's
out there.
Those little salt and pepper combos, they're $2.50 at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
you can buy them by the case at
Right,
Sam's.
so just
Yeah.
get them
Yeah.
and set some.
Like you have
everywhere.
12 packs of them.
Uh-huh.
However many tables you get.
Right.
Yeah, because we set up all those tables, we
Yeah.
put them on the
Just put 'em
table,
on the
they'll use
table.
them and just leave them on
Right.
the table.
Mm-hmm.
So the big salts, the sea salt, that's for like
That's for the
the
burgers and
cooking, the
fries.
burgers and
Yeah.
fries.
Mhm.
And I think there was plenty of that. So we want to keep that the same? Yeah. And then do away with the single-use salt and pepper and do, what, a case? What'd you say, there's 12?
I think there's 12 in a pack.
6 and 6?
What comes in a salt and pepper?
Yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah. Okay, so
there'll be
one
12
case of
in-
that.
There'll be 12 salt and 12 pepper,
Okay.
right?
I think so.
I think so too.
I probably hear Sam's more, I'm sure.
I don't think Paul run out of powdered sugar for the,
No, we would have heard him if he did.
yeah, so I don't remember that.
So that's good.
So I guess that was
Keep that,
adequate.
keep that 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a shaker for the powdered sugar. Remember, we couldn't get them
Yeah.
a shaker last year for the
Yes.
powdered sugar, so we had to improvise and we used a funnel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Because that's all I could find at the dollar store.
At one point, one year they had a shaker.
The shaker broke.
Oh.
So we need a
So
sister.
last year we used.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my mom had one of those
Yes.
things that she filled up with, I guess, powdered sugar.
I got it
Turned
turned
out-
it. I still got
You got one too?
Sister.
That's what you
We
need for
wanted
that
it.
powdered sugar.
It
Yes.
comes out good like that. Busted up, it's not as lumpy.
Mhm.
You can probably get that from Amazon.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can find it.
Yeah.
And there may be stuff that we ordered from Amazon. I didn't even think to look through the Amazon account. This was just stuff that Sammy got at Sam's Club that I could get receipts for from the credit card. So that's why I printed a list, because there may be stuff I don't know that's missing that maybe y'all will recognize. Like I know on the next page, we didn't have like the fry baskets to put the fries in and stuff like that, so.
Yes. Okay.
Until we run out of.
So the sodas, did we run out? Did we?
We ran out of water, didn't we? I know we were close with the water. I don't know about the sodas.
We did have some drinks left over, Coca-Colas or,
But that's all stuff we.
There was no diet left over, was there? I think
No.
I went one time to get a drink and I think y'all were out to diet.
Yeah, I mean, we only got like 2 cases of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
so.
So you think the water was adequate, or you think we
I
need to
think
add
we
more
ran
water?
out last year.
And now
We
we
ran
did run
out
out
of
of water.
Okay, so we did 15 cases
I think we should at least do
last
20.
year.
Yes. I
Let's
think
do
we should
20.
do 20.
Yeah.
It's
Do
20
20.
pounds.
It's hot, it'd probably be good to make sure if we have extra, then we have extra, but
Well, if we have extra, we have
You
it
can
in the
return that.
refrigerator for.
Or you
Oh,
can-
yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff.
We could even do,
Yeah.
what do y'all think about doing 25? And if we don't use it, that's something we use here
Right.
at the town center.
Yeah, that's what I.
And it's so less expensive. If you'll see, $3.98
Right.
Yeah,
for
for,
a
that's
40
for
pack.
40 pack. Yeah, that's,
I can tell you something went up, so it's gonna be even more this
I was
year.
Did you,
gonna say-
did these is prices
No,
off
these
of
are
his
last,
receipts?
these are last
Yeah.
year's prices. And I did look at a couple, some things only went up a little bit, like, I was checking powdered sugar and that was like, it went from like 648 to 698.
Yeah.
But some of that stuff like soda has really
No, no.
gone up.
The water, I've gotten some water over there and it's not, it's up a little bit, but it's not very
Not
much.
bad.
Mm-mm.
So the Coke, you want to keep it at 12 cases, or?
I think so.
yeah. We're gonna get 25 cases of water?
Yes. What about the Diet Coke?
gonna increase that because we ran out of that and people that are diabetic or can't have the sugar.
We got how
need
many?
An alternative.
We got 12?
We got
only
2
got
cases of
two
Diet
35 packs of
And
70
Yvonne
cans.
wants Mountain Dew Zero, so we need to get some of those this year.
I can bring my own.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I drink Pepsi. I mean, it depends on how nitpicking we're gonna be.
Most of the time I drank water, it was so freaking hot.
Right.
So we got 4,
We got 2 Diet Coke.
We're gonna make it for.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
4 and 4 on the Diet Coke and the Sprite.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the napkins were good.
Napkins were good. Keep that at 2.
And these pre-full sheets, as long as we have enough same to get match hamburgers.
Right. And we got 2 sizes for a reason. We
I
use
don't
the
know
smaller
that.
ones for one thing.
Hot dogs
I think
and,
hot dogs was.
They're all the
small
same.
ones, wasn't it?
I was
Well-
wrapping them.
She was the last
For some
2
reason
years
though,
now.
we ordered 12 by 10, 500 of those, and then we ordered the 9 by 10 for 500. But should we just make them all the same?
The
Make them
9,
bigger
the
ones?
9's probably the hot dog ones in, isn't it?
I would think the
yeah, but
9's
we were
probably the little
wrapping
ones because they're
them.
narrow.
Whatever
Yeah.
the hell we did.
Yeah.
But I mean, price-wise, they're not that much different, so maybe just make them all the bigger ones.
All the big ones.
Okay,
Yeah, so just do 2 cases of it, well, as long as
yeah.
Yeah.
correspond with the hot number of hot dogs and hamburgers. Okay.
Yeah, just get the big ones instead of
Yeah.
the, okay. 0 of the 9-inch ones.
And then we need those. Yeah. Did we have enough?
We got 18 last time, so that was good.
That's good. Case of those.
Trash bags.
Lots of-
That's, yeah, that's gotta be plenty.
Yeah, we're trashy, but
I would
that's
think.
a lot.
So none of this stuff, I didn't have any numbers for any of like the snow cone cups or all that.
Well, Jeremy usually gets that, and you need to put snow cone
Syrup.
syrups on there also.
And the cups, because we
Because
ran out last year.
Because I think, as far as I know, what he told me just a couple weeks ago is he's still willing to donate his and buy his syrup and stuff, but we need to buy
For ours.
for ours, right?
Yep.
So like how many flavors and how many of each one?
We may get with him and see what he orders and
Well, I
just.
know on Amazon you can buy them and you
And they're
can,
packs.
a packet's of 5, it's like cherry, watermelon, lime,
Right.
orange.
If you
get
give
a
them more
5-pack.
choices, they have a hard time deciding.
Yeah, it's
And
just a
that one, we
5-pack.
need to go like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that needs to be rolling.
I agree with that 100%. Too many choices, too much information.
Yeah, if you only give them 3 choices, it's easier.
Yeah, 3,
Jeremy
3 would be
orders
plenty.
like a 12-pack,
Yeah, I think
and
it
it's got
does.
like 12
Cherry
different
Or
flavors.
grape and,
Yeah, the main flavors.
yeah, grape,
Orange.
cherry, orange, or
Orange,
watermelon, or
cherry.
something like that.
Yeah.
check on that, Tom.
Are we gonna do the popcorn?
I think we're getting a new popcorn machine that we can have here in the town if we needed to
Okay.
make our citizens some popcorn.
We
Now, if
need,
you're gonna get popcorn, do you have to, you just buy like the buttered popcorn, or do we have to get like all that stuff too?
We got stuff from Sam's that came in a box and we just poured it into the little thing.
A little hopper.
And it didn't the pack come with the bags and the butter stuff in it too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So fry baskets, okay, they need to be the small ones.
But that's for just hamburgers. Remember what we run into where these people can't carry their food when they have 4 kids and they're trying to carry their stuff? I mean, do we stock up some old boxes back there? Like the Pepsi boxes and the soda boxes, you know? But that's still one.
Right, but no, I mean, just when you get an order of fries, 1 year they would,
So you could put the burger and the fries in the same basket. You're just saying the basket just for the fries, yes.
Yes,
So small one.
small, yeah, because
How
they
many?
kind of, oh God.
They probably come in packs of like 200 or something, so just a couple of those maybe. That's something we could store if we had leftover and use it again next year, or return. if we had to.
Just sort of, we talking about the fry carrier?
Yes,
Just what you put
What
the
you put
fries
fries
in.
into? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because the one year they had, we
Boat
only
looking
had the
things.
big ones.
The little boat looking things, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
well, we did 300 pounds, so,
If we can return it, just order and we can return it,
Yeah.
right?
so,
Just do like
reckon,
1,000 of them and then, you know. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're not very expensive. They're like.
No.
they're not,
I would think
and now that we have more room, we can have like a room, we can, put this in our inventory and have it there. And, yeah, we need those, the correct,
Oh, we're only doing small.
cardboard box size for the fries.
No large ones.
well,
Are we gonna be looking small?
yeah,
What if they order a hamburger and a hot dog? Or a hamburger and french fries, because usually putting them in together under the heat lamps.
We didn't.
You
No,
didn't? Oh,
it's all separate.
It's all separate because each one has its own thing.
Right.
okay.
Paper plates, they gotta hold an 8.5-inch funnel cake, right? So just like 10-inch paper plates or
And it
12-inch
comes in
paper
a
plates.
pack like this.
Mhm.
Just use the paper, just use the paper plate.
so we'll do whatever, however many,
Funnel cakes.
funnel cakes, and then a little extra.
Yes,
for,
extra. Yeah.
You know, yeah,
So they were, we got 360 last year, but we're cutting 48 down, so that is 312. Get 312 funnel cakes. You need 350. 10-inch plates.
350,
Yeah, 350. 350 at least. Plates, 350.
Only other thing that we have talked about at our other meeting is cotton candy.
Yeah, who's gonna man a cotton candy machine? It'd be
Yeah.
sticky all day out in
Marcy.
100-degree weather.
Marcy.
It'll be sticky.
No cotton candy.
Cause you think you just turn that thing around and.
I don't know, I think
Sticky mess.
the popular one is the snow cone.
Yes.
Because that was the weather.
it's so damn hot.
Yes.
Yeah, because
I
if
think
you're
we should
making
just
the
do-
cotton candy, that's
Yes.
fine, just stand there next to the thing.
Yeah,
I thought that, and I mean, I could be wrong, I thought we talked about it, and it comes in little tubs.
Yeah, they're like $1 a piece of the thing, you would have to charge 3 or something to make a profit on it, you know?
And if y'all want to try it,
What are you
I'm all
talking
for it.
about?
The cotton candy comes in, you
Oh.
can buy it where it comes in these little plastic tubs.
Can't you also buy it like in little plastic bags?
Bags,
Like little
yeah.
cellophane bags or something?
We could probably order it from Dollar Tree for
Yes.
real good price,
Yeah.
because I've seen it there at Dollar
I'm
Tree.
at the Dollar General for the grandkids and like.
Dollar General or one
Yeah,
of
but
the.
she goes to the penny sales when everything's a penny up there.
Okay.
Frugal woman.
Oh.
Frugal woman.
She locked the people down over there to get that penny deal.
Hey, that's how I got a lot of these decorations for the
I
town.
know, we're
There you go.
going.
Mess with my penny shops.
You just keep being frugal.
Yeah,
So-
so it'll pay off one day.
Maybe let's check on the price of the package. Yeah.
That'd be a good.
Yeah, a little
Just to
variety.
see what it, if it's something.
Feasible.
Just for the cotton candy,
Yeah.
cotton candy bags.
And then maybe try it and see.
I mean, when I go to the fair, I like getting cotton candy.
This ain't good, yeah. That stuff's gonna be in there and that hot axe cook shack is gonna be melting. I think we don't need to do that.
You're probably right.
Let's,
Not make it. No, I ain't trying to make it.
I don't think we need to think about it, how hot it is in that cook shack, Randy, that's just gonna be melted.
I don't know. I just
I don't
don't
know
know. Well, we got time. We could go buy
Tomorrow,
it
go
for
to the dollar,
$1
buy it.
and put it in the hot.
See how long it lasts.
Shack.
And let's see what it does.
See what it
See if
does.
it melts.
See if it melts. I'm sure they've got preservatives.
But there ain't no
They-
fryers and grills and grease going either.
Hey,
You'd have to do like they do.
Just put it in the windshield of the car. and just-
There you go.
Put it on your dash.
Yeah,
that's how Chad warms up his lunch.
it works.
Yeah, he said he takes it out about 10:30 and sets it on his dash. I knew it.
That's his microwave, right? I
Natural
love
light.
For sure.
So we run out of plates, was it last year? Or we run out of buns?
Buns.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure, like, however many hot dogs are in the 35 pack, we get that plus
That-
10% or something. to
Right.
Make sure we're covered.
In case we drop some.
In case we drop some. or-
They break when you try to
They
rip
break
them
when
open.
you-
Right,
Uh-huh.
good idea. Good idea.
My only other thing I had written down is a Sam's membership for the town. That way they can order the supplies, toilet paper, stuff like that, because I think right now we use your Sam's card too.
We have a Sam. We
The town of Pierson has a
should
Sam's?
have unless it's run out.
I don't think we
I
know
don't
that
get,
one.
in 2 years, I haven't gotten a bill for him.
I
I
do
think
know
we
that.
always used yours. Right?
Well, and is that something we can,
But we can get a Sam's membership.
for the town?
Sure.
That way, I mean, lots of stuff we can run over there and get. or
But we
can-
have,
We can
just-
have it shipped
Well,
and
and
delivered.
this, like all the dry goods stuff, I do know that like anything over like $35 or $40 is free shipping that comes next day.
Right.
So we could just have it here and store it.
And that's what he did last year, he had a lot of
Yeah.
them ship the sodas and everything.
Right.
Chris did check the cooler back here, it's working, and the freezer.
Okay, so I can't think of.
Oh,
Do we want to talk about prices? Do we remember what we charged last year?
no, but it was much. Remember that one lady spent like $80 buying her and her
Yeah.
4 little kids some food.
There should be wherever the 4th of July stuff is some cards that he made up.
So-
And I don't know what prices.
Why don't we do this? Get it estimated per pound of hamburger and hot dog before we talk about that. And french fries and, yeah, let's do that. Get it estimated,
Find out what it's gonna cost us.
yeah.
Because we have to make a profit. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta make
we
a
have
profit.
to pay for what we
Oh,
got
yeah.
going.
Well, that's why we're-
Eddie said
yeah.
the hamburger
Yeah.
fries is 12 something.
Right.
We do want to make a profit because
We
that
have to.
use that money to
Yeah.
offset the 4th of July fireworks.
Right.
And we did, you know, I know that we did raise the prices, which I don't recall what it was, but man, after things got cranked up, people, you know, they patronized and it wasn't that out of order, but out of line. But man, you go out, go through the drive-through.
Everywhere.
Yeah, go to
Oh,
McDonald's.
yeah, yeah, I know.
It's that way everywhere. I mean, it costs at least 12 to 15 bucks to get a hamburger and some french fries.
Yeah, hamburger, fries, and a drink.
Yeah, even a PFR.
And we didn't charge anywhere near that, but we still made money.
They got line up there.
Was it 6? Did we charge 6? Was it
I think it was
$6?
8 and 7.
I think Marcy, I think it was 8, right, for a burger or something?
8 for a cheeseburger, 7 for a
Yeah, I
hamburger.
think so.
And then fries was a different price, I don't remember what the fries were.
We should have it on those,
Papers.
Cards.
on the cards. We have illuminated cards.
Maybe
I'll see if I can find those.
I think the boys might have it.
We'll ask them.
Well, yeah.
And I
Put a lot
know
of
we
stuff in the cafeteria.
brought all that stuff and put it,
Oh, okay, is that where they put it?
where did they put it?
It's in
Maybe
the
the
cafeteria
cafeteria.
here.
Okay,
Well, tomorrow.
Yeah.
because we brought all that back and
Yeah.
it was put in the storage.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we need to look at the current price of meat. 'Cause I
Yeah.
know it's,
Yeah.
Everything
It's
is-
gonna be definitely higher than what
I
it
mean,
was
once you
last year.
figure in the bun, you buy the meat, how much that costs, and then the buns, and then you figure you gotta make a profit. I mean, that's what we.
Of course, if we can get them to make them a quarter pound instead of a third, the price may not be that,
Right.
may not be a price increase.
I think she was saying that too, because it just takes so long for them to cook,
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
them thicker ones.
Yes, because I know we get in a bind and it was,
Jimmy's cooking
damn,
fast
please
and
cook,
good.
please cook, you know. 'Cause it come, you know how it comes in waves, and you think you're caught up, and then it all
Well,
breaks loose, and it's like, oh.
I
my
will
God.
say, with all the talk about shrinkflation, there's been a lot of controversy about places like Walmart cutting
Yes.
the amount. So they might have made them a quarter pound for us before we even ask.
Yeah.
They may not sell them as third pound burgers anymore,
That's true.
but the price will probably still be there.
I
Probably.
seen where Walmart was saying it's like $3 for your pound of meat, and then when you go put it on the weight, it's
It's
only
not.
$2.50, and they're overcharging. That's what I was like,
So it makes me
wow.
wonder if you're actually gonna get a third pound burger, or they've cut that back.
Yeah.
So maybe they did us a favor kind of.
And as many as we get, they make them work with us. But I can understand if they don't have the machine that just pops them out, but it's good. That's all I have.
I can't think of anything else. Seems like there was something that could be done.
I'll tell you what too, we need to do with the drinks. We need to buy them a week in advance and put them in my cooler and let them be cooling down, and that way they don't melt the ice so fast because they're already cold. When you,
Put them in there.
so yeah, so that's one thing we need to do,
let's do it.
yeah.
And
I got
now,
plenty of room in my cooler, so we can store them in there.
We got these giant.
we got a cooler back there now.
Yeah, but is it running?
Yeah.
She just said
Is
it.
there anything we can?
But we might want to take him up on that,
We don't have
because
to.
don't have to,
Yeah, we
it'd
don't
save
have-
electricity.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's very,
Mine's gonna be running. Mine's gonna be running, and I got plenty of room in it. This
and
is-
that's gonna save us the electric bill. That's very, no, good idea.
Is there anything we can do something with that snow cone ice? Because it's watered down.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't do anything about. That ice is gonna melt. I mean, it's-
Well, I mean, I guess if they use them big igloos, are those Yetis and RTIC or whatever, are they better holding ice?
you know what? You know what helps hold ice better? If you put a frozen jug of water in there, the before you put the ice, or a couple of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
You put a big block of ice in there.
Chad does that.
And that ice lasts quite a bit longer
Yeah.
in those coolers. Oh,
He
yeah.
freezes 2-liter bottles to put in those water tanks.
Mhm.
Can you mix dry ice with edible ice?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Hey, genius, can you?
Genius.
You're supposed to know
Ask
everything,
Siri,
right?
she tells you anything you want to know.
Yes.
Maybe check into that, because I mean, I remember fishing offshore and stuff, and you throw dry ice in that box. If we could throw a chunk of dry ice in with palatable ice, if it's safe, I don't know.
No, they-
Well, no, dry ice come in the bag. If you put the dry ice in the bottom, wouldn't it help keep the,
Yes.
as long as it was,
You can buy, we were talking about buying dry ice.
Uh-huh.
It's just, I mean, you can buy it, it's just, if I remember right, it's expensive. It's a little more, very expensive. Because I looked in a couple of years ago about getting some dry ice to go in, something I was sending by UPS, and it was, they're awful proud of it. So I can't remember if I just don't remember if I got it or.
Let's check on the price of dry ice just for,
We can check on it and see. Yeah, I agree. And on the, so we are going to get a new popcorn machine and a snow cone machine. What if
Yes.
we get Ryan and Yvonne to check on, and get us prices on 2 or 3 different kinds of popcorn machine and snow cone machine, and then bring it back to the board, and y'all would make a decision collectively to which one to get. Now, where I'm going with this, we bought a popcorn machine, and it was supposedly supposed to be good, but it was no good. It didn't even work the first year we bought it. So we bought a new one. So we want something that's gonna be good, and there's companies, and Ron can look it up on the internet, and that provide that service. They're in business, and now I know the one company over in Daytona, Angela's Restaurant Supply. That's a local company. You might can look at their prices, but we want to get something that's going to be here year after year,
a
and
little more commercial
a
grade.
little more commercial grade, and because that popcorn, literally, we bought a new one, and it didn't even work the first year. And then the same thing with probably the snow cone machine's not quite as complicated. It's just the grinder
Yeah,
that
shaves.
shaves the ice. So, but I think, I mean, I don't know, what's your thought on that? Should we maybe try to get some different prices
Yeah.
and look at the quality
Yeah,
and get the old adage, you get what you pay for?
right.
So, is that everybody?
Yeah.
Ron, could you do that, please? Check on the snow popcorn and snow cone. And I'll try to find the receipt for the hamburgers. And then, yes, if the membership is run out, because we did have a membership at Sam's, but if it's run out, yes, the town should have a membership.
Yeah, they only last a year, and we haven't run used them in a year, so it's probably not, but we can open.
yeah.
Anything else? Okay, and then we have that's the 4th of July, and then there's, that's A, and B is employees. Y'all want to move on to the next item? Okay.
So, we got wonderful Ryan and wonderful Yvonne. Would one of you, I mean, I know you're cross-trained and that's beautiful. I want to keep it that way. But would one of you prefer to do maybe more of the financial end of it? I mean, I know Ryan, you've been doing a lot of accounting, a lot. And then the other do more things like permits and elections and things like that? Or,
Do y'all already do that kind of, I mean, do you only do certain stuff and you only do certain stuff? You know,
Sort of, yeah. But I mean, like, Yvonne usually does anything regarding permitting.
And
which-
paying bills, payroll.
She does payroll.
right,
Yeah.
But you both pay the bills? Just depends on.
It just
what's in.
depends. I mean, we're both capable of doing it.
Right.
I
And
do
the more
all
you do something, the more you're familiar and it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do all the receivables every month, and I do all the reconciliations, and I pay the sales tax now.
I pay the FRS,
Yeah.
right.
I pay the Globe Life Insurance stuff.
And you're doing the minutes, right?
I'm doing the minutes for
Okay.
right now.
Well,
But
and the
we're both-
website.
We're both able to do that.
Right. Okay.
And then I think there's a lot of stuff that we end up working on collaboratively, just because stuff comes in that neither one of us has seen, and we both have to research and, you know. So that's one of those things where we keep each other in the loop about whatever it is we're working on. you know.
Okay. So everything's going pretty smooth there. Okay. So something that we've been kind of avoiding for a while is appointing a DRA. According to our attorney, we can't enforce a damn thing without a DRA. And there's some places in town that need to be addressed. What's y'all's thoughts?
What's the abbreviation for the,
Development Regulating Administrator, per our charter, per our attorney.
well, hold on a minute. First of all, and I'm all for talking about that, but we need to stick with what's on the agenda. And you got the 4th of July and employees. So
Right.
DRA is not,
That would, it has to be an employee of the town.
and it can do that, but we don't really have that as an agenda item. All I'm saying is you don't have it advertised that you're going to be
Okay.
talking about a DRA.
Okay.
And, but we can talk about the part of it that is an employee. So the DRA could be an employee. Do we have somebody that would want to serve in that capacity?
The attorney feels it needs to be the clerk or the deputy clerk. Or both.
Yeah, so it could be both the employee of the senior clerk and the deputy clerk, right? So,
As long as it doesn't turn into a code enforcement thing, I'm fine. with it.
Correct. Well,
That's my only drawback of it. As long as it doesn't turn into a code enforcement thing.
correct. No, I am
I'm fine.
against code
Yeah,
enforcement.
I'm fine with
Against
it.
it.
Yeah.
It would be, I guess, from what Christian and them have been saying, it would just enforce the ordinances that are already
In place.
in place.
Place.
No, I
Once we
am,
were on planning and zoning, that's what we worked on for a year, is our ordinance, and everything in our ordinance has related to this BRA. Not the five of us. I mean, so. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I don't mind.
I am against code enforcement. I am
don't want
against
to turn it into a code enforcement. If it does, I will vote to disband it.
Correct. Yes, if it gets ridiculous,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't know if it can be disbanded once it's on there, but if it turns into a code enforcement.
Right.
I absolutely am dead against any damn code
Absolutely.
enforcement.
Absolutely.
And I don't mind going on the record and stating it.
Correct. I am against it. If you want to live in a code enforcement neighborhood, go to Ormond Beach. You know,
Yeah.
nobody's going to tell me how tall my grass can be, or that's not going to happen.
But in order to do something about the half trailer on Hicksham Road that's being rebuilt right now,
Yeah.
Right.
we
Well,
have to have this
I-
BRA thing.
like you say, there's some places around town that need some attention to.
Yeah,
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
For sure, but
It is that.
yeah,
Gonna
some of them
before
have got to be
complain
cleaned
about
up
everything.
and something's done to them.
Once it's passed.
So we'll put that on the agenda and discuss it further. Absolutely. So for Public Works, I'd like to see them keep, and first of all, I think we need to inventory all our equipment. I don't think anybody knows what we own, what's walked off. I don't think anybody knows anything. I'd like to see them keep things serviced on a timely basis. The big dump truck, Lewis told me he don't think it's ever been serviced as long as he's been here.
No, that can't be true. I don't, that's not, that would be a,
I hope to hell that's
Yeah,
not true.
that's for sure.
no, because it's the,
But I mean, if we have this in place, we'll know when it, you know what I mean?
right. But if he's, I mean, I know that we've taken equipment and had it serviced, but probably an easy fix. We've got Ryan and Yvonne here both. Maybe make up a schedule and put it in the, have it posted.
are y'all keep the maintenance thing after our last meeting?
Yeah.
I thought y'all said that, told me that y'all had started that.
And put it on the schedule where it gets changed every, you know.
I wish the boys would have come. They seem to be doing better. I've had them spraying some weeds and just been on them a little bit about some things that, but I'd almost like to see, like Chris does this property, he does Palmetto Park. He does North Road Park. He does the water tower.
He does the Washington Park. Lewis does the ball fields
I
and
have
stuff.
it from last meeting, they told us.
Chris does where the playground stuff is on Washington.
Chris does North Park, Nixon, Town Center, and the Water Tower. Lewis does Chipper Jones, the Wells, and the inner streets. Dustin Meadows, County Road 3, North Road, and does Tracker Mountain.
I mean, if they're happy with, you know what I mean? Just seems to me like Chris has got a little bit more on his plate than the other two.
Has he complained about it?
I think he's one of those people that has to stay busy. I'm the same way. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna just sit idle somewhere if I can be doing something. I think that's the difference in their personalities. Chris has a problem with it, and maybe the other two might not.
But, I mean, As long as they're keeping up
As
with,
long as they're keeping up with it.
you know,
But they are doing, they're doing well. They're doing good.
yes,
You're
I
right.
think so. So Marcy, we want her to keep doing the water bills, including the shut-offs, right, Marcy?
I'm doing them Monday.
Okay. I want her to start, if the boys need something. Something breaks, they need a part, they need something. Get her to start checking pricing or whatever for whatever they might need and handle all that ordering. You do the community center, you keep that calendar, right? Okay.
I do the business tax receipts.
Okay, good.
If they need a part, Lenny, I think you're saying if they need a part, then let Marcy check and see where we can get the best deal.
Correct.
That's a good idea.
Absolutely.
In other words, it might be better,
Oh, yeah.
instead of just going and buying it at one particular company,
Correct.
let's check and see where we can get the best price.
Yes.
Okay.
I want Marcy to keep a calendar of anything pertaining to the water department, inspections or notices that we get from the health department or the state. I'd like her to be in charge of that, keep a file on all of that, and bring it to our attention immediately when she gets
I think
something.
that's a good idea.
The people from the airport come and pay you, right? They come to you? Who do they come and pay?
When they pay, I
Huh.
deposit it, yes.
Okay,
But it ain't been nothing lately.
yeah, I know. I'd like to see you keep a file of who's delinquent, who's, you know what I mean?
I think Ryan's got all that on. He's
Okay.
been keeping track of that part. He's got some spreadsheet or something. He's
He
been
looks on
working on.
QuickBooks.
They're all
Okay.
automatically invoiced every month.
Okay. Good.
And everybody, Eagle Sport left except for one glider. Stanley and Janet Rowe are paid through the end of June. Scott Bridges is paid through the end of June. Olin talked to Dave Howell, he's 2 months behind. He's supposed to come in this week, but it's Thursday, we haven't seen him. And Olin was paid through the end of this month, and then he's got a credit toward next month, and then he'll start paying full price with the new rates in probably June. What happened was a lot of them had paid for like 6 months in advance.
Right.
So when we started the new airport fees, I just invoiced them the difference for the 6 months they had already signed up. So they just paid the difference, so they're all good through, most of them through June. So that's why we haven't gotten anything, because right after we did that meeting and we raised those fees, they came in, Stanley and Janet Rowe came in and paid theirs, Scott Bridges paid his.
And he told me he was leaving, remember?
He said he was leaving, but it's still there, but maybe it's because he's paid up through June, so he just figured he'd leave it there.
I took it upon myself, I called Olin before that storm was coming last week. I had rode down to the east end of the airport. The airplane there that I'd be damned if I'd go up in. And it wasn't secured. And I'm like, wait a minute, we got a storm coming tomorrow. This aircraft is not secured. This is a bad liability for the town. So, I called Olin and he said, oh, somebody keeps going down there and cutting the ropes. I said, well, I'd appreciate it if you'd keep an eye on that. I I said, you know, a couple years ago, little summer storm came through and blew one over towards 17. I said, we can't have that. So, is that one of Harold's planes? We don't know.
We think so.
Okay.
But I thought they said that they think it's a kid coming through there on a four-wheeler or something that's cutting those.
So the archive?
Something's happening.
They think,
There's cameras
Well,
out there.
there's-
but they put a camera up down there.
Yeah, because a couple times it was drug out in the middle of
Of the runway.
Of the runway up there. And they were
The thing
thinking.
was?
Yes.
Yeah, on the end of, way down there on the
Yeah.
end. And they're thinking that there's some kids that's.
Playing around.
Part of the problem, I know this is getting totally off topic. Part of the problem is Olin dragged all that stuff to that end of the runway so there wasn't an eyesore. But now it's down there where no one can see it, so people can mess with it.
You're right.
If it were up here by the hangars where it should be.
Well, a
people
lot of
probably
this
wouldn't be as likely
abandoned, we
to-
need to get rid of it.
Right. But I mean, that's why they're messing with it, is because they're way down there where no one can
Out of
see
sight,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Olin, the camera takes a picture. We came in one day to like 600 notifications saying that pictures have been taken because if there's motion detected, it takes a picture like every 60 or
So
90
the
seconds.
trees blow.
So, but I think Olin was back and forth a lot after we talked to him moving stuff. I don't know where he's putting it or what he's doing with it, but he went out there after we talked to him, so.
You can change the settings on those cameras.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can change the sensitivity.
So it doesn't take but one picture or,
Mhm.
you know, so many seconds or minutes or whatever. Not telling
And,
you I'm a
and you
professional,
can
but
change
my
the motion
husband.
too.
Right.
Yeah, you can, where it doesn't take a picture of the blade of grass blowing.
Right. Or the bird that's
Or the bird
sitting
that's
there
just-
moving its head.
Right.
It wasn't possible.
That's all off the top of my head.
Anybody else? Anything? Whoops.
What are we doing with this?
It was just our.
Or just giving us
There was
this to
something
go
in
over?
here.
And look at?
You know what, this is a lot to digest. Why don't we bring this back and give everybody time to look at it? Because it's a lot.
Then we could have another workshop.
Yes,
Maybe have a workshop after Mother's Day.
yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
In fact, if you would, please put this on the workshop, put it down specifically about the personnel rules and regulations. And then, do you want to put the airport on there to talk about it some more? The airport? Can?
Yeah.
And put the airport. And what else was it?
TRA.
The DRA.
DRA.
Put that down. And anything that you have, it's just, and I'm not trying to be Scrooge, you just have to put it down so that somebody can't come and say, well, yeah,
Well, you did.
there they are up there again.
Right.
They're trying to put it over on us,
Right.
and we didn't know about it.
That's true.
So,
CYA.
yeah. But thank you, Lenny, and everyone. This has been good, and nothing further. If nobody has anything else, this workshop is adjourned.